competitive game.
Count the basket.
All too easy for Wembanyama. He feels like no one can defend him inside.
Here's Green. Van Vliet outside. Brooks from outside. The rebound by the Spurs. They come into this one having outplayed the Mavericks last time out.
Yeah, they hit the court last game with some serious attitude, especially on offense.
And, you know, confidence is key there. They seem to play with a ton of it, especially on the offensive end.
Back to Wembanyama. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play. Well, Grant, before he even hit the league, Wembanyama was touted as the next big star from afar.
You know, B.A., playing in a foreign pro league added to his mystique, B.A. We weren't getting the exposure to his game. It made it easy to wonder just how great he would be here.
Well, it's not hard to get excited about what Wembanyama could potentially bring to the league, Grant.
Yeah, I mean, possibly some of the biggest hype we've seen, B.A. Unreal ball skills at 7'4", and he's got that drive to be the greatest. He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Dyorj passes to Wembanyama. Oh, Wembanyama throws it down.
Well, Victor doesn't have too far to go. I mean, he just pops up to the rim, makes it look so easy. Not exactly how you want to dive into the game. Picks up his first foul right off the bat.
Dyorj against Van Vliet. Doesn't go that time. Ooh, nice D from Dyorj. First quarter, just over a minute and a half in. Here's Wembanyama. Ooh, excellent D there from Smith. Houston has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Van Vliet against Dyorj. Outside, Green shoots over Vassell, and it's Green missing.
Good shot, gone bad. Gotta finish there.
To the inside. And then it's Collins with the dunk.
What a smart pass from Wembanyama. Already adept at scanning the floor and finding open teammates.
And it's hammered home by Green.
He flashes to the rim and is met with no resistance.
For San Antonio, they've gone 4 of 5 so far. Looking sharp. Vassell passes to Wembanyama. Dyorj outside. Back to Wembanyama. It's good. Set up beautifully by Dyorj. Dyorj has got his 4th assist in this one. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Vassell against Green. Pass to Şengün. Stolen by Collins. Now the Spurs moving it up the floor. Vassell outside. Now Dyorj. Here's Wembanyama. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Wembanyama's got 11 points.
They're really working the paint now.
To the middle. Here's Smith. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. And talking about Jabari Smith, a talented young forward with a bright future, Clark.
Really excited about his future because he does everything smoothly and easily. Good IQ. I think he just needs to add a little strength to really optimize what he has in his package.
You know, Grant, last season for the Spurs, their worst winning percentage since 1997.
And for a franchise that's done so much winning, B.A., kind of strange to see. I mean, 4 straight years missing the playoffs, but before that, 22 straight playoff appearances and 5 titles.
So it's the Rockets now. After the basket by San Antonio. Shot clock at 6. Basket counts.
Good stuff that time from Smith, stepping in for his jumper.
And here's Dyorj. He'll bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs. 7-point differential. Collins. And Collins with the slam.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. they can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Now a timeout called by Houston. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing their last matchup with Orlando.
And their body language was unimpressive. They looked defeated much of the night, and because of it, they took the L.
Yeah, they looked distracted, far off, distant. I mean, it seemed like their heart wasn't in it to try to win that game.
Now here's Van Vliet. He's coming off a 13-point game against Orlando.
And piling up the points at the line. He was in attack mode all night.
And that one's good.
Converting through contact. Şengün has that kind of strength to make that happen.
Pass to Vassell. And stolen by Green. Smith against Wembanyama. Three-pointer, Van Vliet. Rebounded by Johnson. For San Antonio, they've gone 8 of 10 shooting. Dyorj outside. Driving to the basket. And the jam by Dyorj.
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
Van Vliet, the pass to Şengün. Dyorj with it. And Collins with the slam.
Building a big advantage early with a terrific all-around performance.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
Now here's Van Vliet. Smith outside. Clock at 6. And they turn it over. Shot clock violation as the buzzer sounds. And with this pause, a check on the stats to show you which teams led the league in assists last year. 5th on the list, San Antonio.
And if you have to ask, what's the name of the game? Well, it's all about ball movement for them. They love to share the rock. And we all know that assists are a great indicator of how well the team is executing.
Got it.
This run has been fueled by their matador defense.
Houston has gone 1 of 4 from deep.
And that puts them just 1 foul from the bonus.
Yep, they'll be trying to draw that next foul quickly so they can start getting those.
The Rockets shooting around 41%. Johnson is out there with Wembanyama. Then there's Zach Collins. Then there's Devontae Graham. And it's Dyorj in at point guard. So that's who San Antonio starts the second with. And there's the foul. It's on Keldon Johnson. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Spurs on D. Three-pointer, Van Vliet. Rebounded by Johnson.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Green finds Şengün. 6 to shoot. Brooks against Collins. And it's blocked by Collins. San Antonio shooting around 59%. They've been outstanding on the offensive end. Dyorj passes to Johnson. Over Van Vliet. The shot by Johnson, no good.
Most nights this shot would have been his, but the defender gave him just enough trouble.
Brooks outside. Lets it go from deep. Collins with the rebound. Collins has got his 4th rebound in this one. Dyorj with it. Van Vliet covering. Dyorj's shot is off. Houston has gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. Van Vliet left side. Pass to Şengün. And a great assist by Van Vliet as that one goes. Şengün's gotten his 3rd basket of the night.
Offense has been hard to come by so far. A much-needed bucket right there.
Yeah, it's been a defensive battle to say the least, partner. Good to see at least somebody got the ball in the basket. Finally.
Oh, a nice shot by Collins.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Graham against Green. Finding some room inside.
Green finds ways to get it done inside. Really intelligent as a scorer.
Dyorj passes to Collins. It's rebounded by Şengün.
That's exactly the look they wanted, guys. Right guy, right play, wrong result.
And there it is for him.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
It's Dyorj on the wing, guarded by Van Vliet. Back to Dyorj. Another shot. A nice bucket inside from Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got 15 points.
Yeah, terrific follow-through from Wembanyama, proving he has a good head on his shoulders.
Green, the pass to Brooks. Here's Van Vliet.
Already he's looking at his third foul. I think the coach will probably look to sit him down until the third quarter.
Second team foul.
And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Here's Şengün. Collins with the rebound. Collins has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Johnson against Brooks. Dyorj with it. He's coming off a 19-point game against Dallas.
And, you know, that night his defense was remarkable as well. He was excellent at coming up with steals.
The Rockets have gotten 5 of 8 attempts to drop since the second began. Van Vliet against Dyorj. It's Van Vliet with a drive. There's the 3. Rebounded by the Spurs. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. Down low. And there's Wembanyama. That's good on the assist by Johnson.
They've been going to him an awful lot this game, and you can see why. He's pouring it on.
Here's Brooks on the money from 12 feet away.
A throwback wing. Dillon Brooks is very comfortable working down low.
Dyorj against Van Vliet. Well, Clark, being that we're early in the season, what would you say to teams that have gotten off to rough starts?
Well, I think you've got to keep your eye on the big picture, Brian. I mean, the season has just started, and there's plenty of time to get things right. No reason to panic. You got to stay even-keeled here.
Well, Grant, the Rockets finished at the bottom of the Western Conference for 3 straight seasons and got some high draft picks as a result.
And, B.A., no one likes losing, but Houston has to be happy with the talented young prospects they've been able to select. It'll be interesting to watch their growth as individuals and as a team.
Here's what the Houston Rockets have lined up on their schedule. On Sunday, they'll go up against Chris Paul and the Golden State Warriors. And then on Wednesday, they'll go up against Gordon Hayward and the Charlotte Hornets. You know, Grant, looking back to the Spurs' tough last season, free throw shooting was something they pointed to.
You know, B.A., it's something they have to correct. They didn't get to the line enough, and their percentage wasn't good when they did. And, of course, that's a bad combination.
Out left to the wing. Brooks against Wembanyama. Yes, it's good. Brooks has gotten 4 this quarter.
Such a reliable mid-range shooter. Brooks doesn't hesitate when he sees an opportunity to rise up from there.
Dyorj passes to Wembanyama. Back to Dyorj. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Inside. And Wembanyama gets it to go. Wembanyama's got 19 points.
Man, Wembanyama getting it done. Woo!
Graham against Green. The kick out to Van Vliet. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits. Van Vliet's got his second bucket of the night.
Good read from Green there, getting better at sensing when his teammates are wide open and need the ball.
Well, the league has put an emphasis to crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
And the basket by Van Vliet.
That's his second triple this quarter after hitting one earlier. This is how you space the floor.
Dyorj drives in, pass to Collins. Good D by Şengün.
It's one thing to prevent the layup. It's another to do it without fouling. Just terrific defense.
The kick out to Van Vliet. Three-pointer. And the call will be against Alperen Şengün. That's his third foul of the game. A different look for San Antonio. Sohan's checked in for... And so the San Antonio Spurs, they have a nice 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. Great shot selection right now, keeping the game simple and getting high percentage looks. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere.
Please give a big round of applause for your Spurs Youth Dance Team.
And we played through the first half. Plenty of basketball left in this one. Victor Wembanyama really making a difference here.
And he was a beast on the offensive glass in that first half. How can they slow him down?
And you know what, guys? I think it starts with having a body on him every time a shot goes up. I mean, they've got to do a better job boxing out.
Taking a look at the Rockets. Green and Brooks on the perimeter. Smith plays the 4 with Şengün at the 5. And it's Van Vliet in at the point.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
No question about it. No flop there. That was a direct shot to the chest.
Vassell against Green. Rebound San Antonio. Collins has got his 6th rebound on the night.
And they just continue to dominate the boards.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Fred Van Vliet went from undrafted to an NBA All-Star. He said, quote, individually, there's still a lot left I want to get done, but trying to chase that next championship is what I'm locked in on. That feeling trumps anything I've ever done in my life. Besides my kids, that's right up there as far as personal journeys and accomplishments. Brian?
He's got it in the right order. Thanks, Allie. Van Vliet against Vassell. And the basket by Van Vliet. Van Vliet's got 11.
There it is, the first basket of the half after missing their first 3 attempts.
Dyorj with it, and it's Şengün picking him up. Here's Collins. Yes, and it's Dyorj picking up the assist. Dyorj has got assist number 10 tonight with that last one. Pass to Van Vliet. Rejected by Dyorj.
Clearly out of rhythm now, guys. I mean, just 1 for 5 to begin the second half.
It's deflected.
Outstanding defensive awareness that time from Smith Jr. Excellent job wiping that shot away.
And here's Van Vliet. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. They trail by 11. It's stolen by Wembanyama. Smith against Dyorj. And the jam by Dyorj.
And he just driving the stake in him there.
He's a guy who just never lets up.
And that's terribly demoralizing for a defense, guys. I mean, they know he's going to keep coming and coming and coming, and that they may not have an answer for him.
The kid from Turkey, Alperen Şengün. Clark, he's really figuring it out quickly.
He sure is, PA. I mean, scoring has not been a problem for Şengün. A bit undersized as a center, but he's found a way to beat teams with his quickness, and it's all about utilizing your strengths, and the sooner you figure that out, the better off you are.
Here's Wembanyama. From down in the low post, it goes. Wembanyama's got 23 points.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end. And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Now Green. Give him 8. Brooks outside. Back to Green. Pass to Şengün. On the wing, Brooks. Shoots over Johnson. It's rebounded by Dyorj. The Spurs have gone 5 for 9 from the floor in the third quarter. A little under 3.5 minutes off the clock now in the third quarter. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen. And right here, the 2K leaderboard shows us which teams made the most of their second chance opportunities last year. The Rockets, number 1. 5th on the list, San Antonio.
Both of these teams took the second chance opportunities they got last year.
They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Green against Vassell. Nice D from Vassell.
The way he's struggling this quarter, he's only adding to their troubles. They need his offense to come around.
To the paint. Here's Wembanyama. Yes, and it's Dyorj picking up the assist. Wembanyama's got 27 points.
And you see how fluid Wembanyama is. 7'5" guys shouldn't be able to move like this.
Timeout called, the Rockets. And Grant, these days, more and more teams emphasize the importance of switch defense.
It's so true in the modern NBA, BA. Every team has to be able to switch to take away a lot of the action of the offensive team. So having defenders who can guard multiple players on the court is a must.
Graham's checked in for San Antonio. And the Rockets making a change here as well. Eason's checked in.
With great mobility in the 8-foot wingspan. Yes, 8 foot. Wembanyama easily wipes that shot away.
Basket's good. Collins has got 4 points in the quarter. And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for San Antonio.
Yeah, they've done a great job of challenging every shot they can. Their totals in the block column are a result of that aggression.
They've been the disruptors defensively, coming up with a lot of steals that have had an impact on the flow of the game.
And the shot's good.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Outside, Green. Down low. To stop the drought. Şengün, no good.
They've shown the power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Back to Dyorj. To the inside. Offensive board. Collins passes to Graham. Kicks it to Dyorj. 6 on the shot clock. To the middle. Here's Wembanyama. It's good. Set up beautifully by Dyorj. Wembanyama's got 10 points in just the second half. The Rockets shooting around 39%. They'd like to get that higher. Now a timeout called by Houston. And Grant, the Rockets opening up the pocketbooks. Brought in several vets over the summer.
Yeah, I mean, Van Vliet and Brooks are the big names. I mean, they wanted to spend to get leaders to help their young core. We'll see how it mixes, but they feel now it's the time to make their move.
Here's Van Vliet. He's got 11. Pass to Şengün. The rebound by the Spurs. Collins has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Here's Dyorj. It's not going to go for him. Van Vliet with some nice D. Lets it go from 11. And that's up and in. 5 for 12 in this game.
Ooh, shaking them out of their shoes. Van Vliet with the moves.
Dyorj outside. Inside, Wembanyama. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Van Vliet's got 4 rebounds now. Graham against Green. Over Graham. Kept alive. Right wing. Here's Eason. Here's Şengün. And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw. Here's Van Vliet. Vassell and Johnson are the 2 and the 3. Zach Collins out there with Wembanyama. And it's Dyorj in at the point guard position. That's the San Antonio 5. And here's Van Vliet from the arc. Nails it from beyond the arc.
Beautiful setup. You see right there, Alperen Sengun. His game isn't all about power.
To the middle. Here's Wembanyama. And another dime for him.
That makes 15 assists.
He has been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Pass to Sengun. Scoring in the NBA is the highest it's been in over 50 years, Clark. You think it's time for some rule changes to help the defense?
You know, I'm not sure where you would go in that regard because every rule change, for the most part, has certainly tilted towards the offense recently. And I don't necessarily have a problem with that. The NBA has made it clear that entertainment is a core pillar, and appeasing and appealing to their fans is a huge driver, and that means more offense as opposed to more defense.
Dyorj outside. Pass to Collins. Back to Dyorj. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. That one on Sengun. Oh, Grant, it seems like just yesterday that the Spurs were drafting a generational big man.
Of all the places for Wemby to go, the Spurs were ideal. It continues the line of elite talents to play under Pop. He'll learn from the best, and we're all excited to see what he can do.
Here's Van Vliet outside for Brooks. No good with the triple. And Wembanyama has the ball here for San Antonio. Earlier they held a 23-point lead.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
And that one's good. Green.
Excellent job by Green finishing through that contact.
For San Antonio, they've gone 2 of 3 to open the fourth quarter. Here's Dyorj. Pass to Collins. And in deciding against lowering the minimum age for the NBA draft, Grant, do you think it's fair to 17 and 18-year-olds who want to go pro?
You know, B.A., I do think it's fair. I mean, there are other avenues in today's basketball environment where compensation for these guys is possible. You have the overseas route. You have the G League Ignite. And, of course, now colleges have the NIL, so that's huge.
Van Vliet finds Smith. Five to shoot. Knocks it loose. Here's the break. Jumps up. Oh, a huge slam. An exclamation point on that break.
Oh, going up there. Vassell showing off his hops.
Houston has gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter here in the fourth quarter. Now here's Brooks. Outside for Green. Fires for 3. Knocks it down from distance. Green's got 5 points in the quarter.
And their strategy is obvious. Manufacture looks from outside the arc.
You know, that's exactly their plan here in the fourth. Work to find space behind the arc and then bury some threes.
Houston has gone 3 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the third quarter. Smith passes to Van Vliet. Shoots over Dyorj. Van Vliet misses. The Spurs have gotten 4 shots out of 6 attempts to drop so far in the fourth. Back to Wembanyama. Dyorj against Van Vliet. Dyorj passes to Wembanyama. Yes, and it's Dyorj picking up the assist. Wembanyama's got 17 points here in the second half. Well, the Rockets shooting an even 50% since the fourth quarter got underway. And the call will be against Fred Van Vliet. That'll be a second foul of the game.
You're setting the team back when you fail to take care of the ball. That's his 5th turnover.
Green against Vassell. And such great talent in the league, Clark. But the All-Star game last season, not the most competitive. Does that need solving?
It certainly needs attention because the game has dwindled from anything near competitive for a decade or more. I've not been a fan of it because it's basically turned into a glorified layup line. And I don't think that reflects well on the game. I know the fans enjoy the engagement and the weekend, but the game itself needs retooling in a big way, in my opinion.
That one's off. Grant, your first year in the league.
Substitution on the court.
1:51 left in the fourth quarter. Back to Collins. And then it's Collins with the dunk.
And they just continue to attack, even late in the game, while they're up big.
I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
Dyorj with a steal. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. And Dyorj with the jam.
It's safe to say they have dominated this game. The game wasn't even as close as the score says, in a great win for the Spurs.
And everything seemed to go their way today. They were firing on all cylinders, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., this was the kind of performance you relish as a player. Just a very impressive win.
And this one concludes with their second victory of the year.
And against a familiar opponent, it's nice to establish a psychological advantage with the win in the first game.
Especially because they're going to get together 3 more times this season. You love to get an opponent figured out early when you're going to be seeing them that often.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Victor Wembanyama.
And you can't put a price on the value of his rebounding in this game. His effort on the glass was a game changer. And he's doing things on the glass tonight that we don't often see.
Boy, he has put in some major work. He's earning his pay, for sure.
Pass to Wembanyama. Vassell outside. Now Dyorj. Defended by Thompson. Clock at 6. Dyorj against Thompson. Ooh, stolen by Smith. Shot clock and game clock. 1 second differential. Johnson against Thompson. And he drives in. An open look for Smith. Nice open look, but it's no good. And so it's San Antonio easily grabbing this one. Boy, they were something special to watch tonight, and the crowd loving every second of it.
It's always a great feeling when you play this well for your fans. This team really showed what it's capable of.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Clark Kellogg, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson. We'll see you next time.
Great team win tonight. How were you guys able to operate so efficiently on offense?
Oh, man. I feel like when I play my game, man, we tough to beat out there. You know, I get a lot of defensive attention, so if I can make the right pass off that, bam, we all prosper.
Looks like you've been working on your passing in practice.
Man, it's always been like this. You must not have been paying attention, bro.
Just looked a little crisper with the reads is all.
Like I said, I've always been this way.
Who gon' save me now? I done found a reason. I made meaning of this grace I found. Got up off the ground, this L is for the learning. Nothing urgent, I resurfaced, it's a sermon. I ain't burden bound. I got purpose, I ain't perfect, but I'm certain right. I can't turn in spite, emerging from this burning light. What I've earned is mine, I ran him at my furthest line. The hands are turning time, my earnest trying to search and find. Tunnel vision blinded by the mission I reside in. Spot a goal and dive in, I'm out for growth and guidance. Five aside, we out for battle, this is do or die. Who gon' rise from under tides and keep their eyes above it? Strength in numbers, winning ain't a place for comfort. Who gon' save me now? I done found a reason. I made meaning of this grace I found. Got up off the ground, this L is for the learning. Nothing urgent, I resurfaced, it's a sermon. I ain't burden bound. I got purpose, I ain't perfect, but I'm certain right. I can't turn in spite, emerging from this burning light. What I've earned is mine, I ran him at my furthest line. The hands are turning time, my earnest trying to search and find. Tunnel vision blinded by the mission I reside in. Spot a goal and dive in, I'm out for growth and guidance. Five aside, we out for battle, this is do or die. Who gon' rise from under tides and keep their eyes above it? Strength in numbers, winning ain't a place for comfort. Run a race or suffer, best to know your days are numbered. We triumphant, you best be taking cover. I was smothered, but I hit that shot before the buzzer. I feel like dollar, 0, 0, 0, you know I'm about my commas. I'm on my dinero, trust me, you don't want no problems, man. Feel like dollar, 0, 0, 0, you know I'm about my commas. I'm on my dinero, trust me, you don't want no problems, man. Ready, set, go, indebted, full-fledged, I'm bringing it home. I'm bringing it home, you get it, spin webs and catch it, best know. Took my oaths, the code of honor, I'm a soldier, dawg. They hate to see me ball and I can't hold them off. You should've took your chance, but that moment gone. Can't give a problem, no problems, cause my shoulder's strong. I was just speaking my piece, I was just breaking the mold. I am not taking defeat, cause I done been in it before. I get my enemy buckets, I know the victory's sweet. Ain't no way I'ma rush it, ain't going to 7, I'm sweet. On my bully, I'm on 10, on that court, I ain't got friends. Who is you, dog? I don't know, I don't break, I just bend. I be sliding in a groove, I don't teeter on no fence. I go stupid, I go dumb, like I ain't got no sense. I feel like dollar, 0, 0, 0, you know I'm about my commas. I'm on my dinero, trust me, you don't want no problems, man. like dollars. 0, 0, 0, you know I'm about my commas. I'm on my De Niro, trust me, you don't want no. Problems, man. I feel like dollar. 0, 0, 0. De Niro, trust me, you don't want no problems, man.